Yep, I'm lesbian with nails.
When I saw you smile,
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Paola Andrea. You can call me Paola. It's kind of been my dream to actually start a YouTube channel for quite a while, and I'm just now getting to it. I am here to be your personal mentor towards anything LGBTQ+ coming out, any questions that you may have, any video suggestions. I'm your gal. I came out about 3 years ago, so I'm here to give you 10 tips on coming out, some tips to feel prepared in order to come out, here to make you feel like you can truly be who you are without the fear of being judged. Let's get on to this video. My number one tip for you would be to definitely be ready. Do not do it because somebody's forcing you or somebody's outing you or you feel like you have to come out. We shouldn't have to. We don't have to. It is your life. Make sure that you take the complete opportunity of your decision, because your coming out story really needs to be your own, and it shouldn't be based on what happened to anybody else. Make sure you feel genuinely ready and be emotionally prepared for what's to come, the challenges that come along with coming out, and realize that you never come out to just one person. For the rest of your life, you're gonna unfortunately have to be coming out to absolutely everybody. Everybody. You go to work, when you meet new friends, sometimes people you haven't seen in a long time, you're gonna have to continuously come out all throughout your life. All of these things take an emotional toll on yourself. It can lead to depression, it can lead to anxiety. While it may be the most liberating feeling in the world, you really need to be ready to put yourself out there and to have those feelings exposed. So when you do it, make sure that it's the best thing for you and that you're doing it for yourself and not because somebody's forcing you to do it or feel like you have to. So my second most important tip would be safety. If you feel like you're not safe where you are, like coming out would actually threaten where you live, abuse, anything that could trigger something negative that would threaten your safety, I would certainly recommend to wait it out if you can. There's different circumstances, and I'm more than happy if you leave in the comments your stories. I would love to help you out and to hear you out. I am always here to talk to, but definitely make sure that you feel safe and comfortable. If not, I would certainly wait until you're at least 18 years old, until you can support yourself and be on your own. Number 3, my third most important tip would definitely be to start small. Start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. So with anything in life, you've gotta start somewhere, and there's gonna be a small progress along the way. You just gotta start small in order to climb up the ladder. You wouldn't jump from bottom to the top. It's kind of the same thing with coming out. Maybe pick a friend that you feel comfortable with, or a family member that you might feel comfortable with telling first, just to get that out of your chest. That like, oh my god, I finally told someone, I finally got that out of me. It definitely helped. And if you know that someone in your family will help you make things easier, certainly tell them and confide in them. It can be a big stress reliever when you finally get that breath of fresh air. Tip number 4, be prepared. Be prepared for any kind of negative reaction that you may receive. Some people get lucky. You may be surprised by the reaction that you get. You need to be prepared just in case if something goes wrong. It might take a really big emotional toll. Tip number 5, time and patience. I am such an impatient person when it comes to certain things. Allowing others to process the information and to understand what they've been given. They might react negatively at first and actually come around a couple days later or a couple months later when they have the time to actually process this kind of information that has been given to them. Allowing them to come around the idea that, especially if it's a parent, that their child is no longer going to be living the life that they have imagined for them their entire lives in their head. So allowing your parent or your loved one to process that information. Even a friend, if you have a friend that's a little bit more conservative, they might have a harder time coming around this idea. But again, it's usually a little bit easier to come out to friends than it is to family members. Tip number 6, 666. Feel pride. Feel absolute pride and joy in who you are and who you are telling the world that you are. Feel so proud to be gay, to be LGBTQ+, to be bi, to be pan, trans, however you may identify. feel proud, and feel proud when you are telling someone and you're finally getting that off of your chest. And that is such a big step in your life, and you will probably remember it for the absolute rest of your life. Never feel ashamed. There is no need to feel ashamed. I did feel this way, but I really hope that the world doesn't make you feel that way, because there is no reason to be ashamed. There is a whole community of us out here who are here to show love, support, and to be your guide, because you deserve all the love and support from everyone. You are going to receive negative reactions from other people more than likely. It's definitely important to be prepared and to continue to feel that pride despite the negative. Continue to feed your own mind with positive messages, because if you feed your own mind with positivity, you are more likely to be emotionally available and able to block out the negative thoughts that others may be feeding into your brain. And of course, if you don't have anybody who you know will love and support you at home or in your life, you know that I'm here to give you big air hugs, that you can always come to me with any thoughts, concerns in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my brand new channel. I'm going to start giving these kinds of tips and ideas on coming out and being LGBTQ+, which could definitely help a lot of you, and even some vlogs and fun stuff. Tip number 7, remain positive. Stay positive throughout everything, because at the end of the day, everything will turn out okay. In the long run, might not happen in a short amount of time, but eventually things will get better. And I can tell you this because I have been through a lot myself, which I can share with you guys a little further on in another video, my coming out story and everything I went through, if you guys would like to, so let me know in the comments. But I would definitely say remaining positive. Be kind to yourself, be respectful to yourself, talk to yourself in a positive manner that will help you get through everything. My parents, when I came out, they told me they accept who I am, but they do not support me. And they have no idea how much those words have truly stuck with me. Though you may be hearing some hurtful words from your loved ones, be positive. Be positive, stay positive, tell yourself how much it's worth it, how much the pain is worth it. Despite it being hard right now, it's going to get better. Things will get better. One day you will be able to be with the love of your life. One day you will be able to have a family. You'll be able to start a YouTube channel. You can start a business, live your life. You can travel the world. You can do anything that you want if you just stay positive. This will be a temporary hurdle in your beautiful life story. Tip number 8, establishing trust and support. The first person you come out to should definitely be someone that you know will have your back and support you all the way through. Kind of like I mentioned in tips number 2 and 4, having a support system, having someone that you can trust that will be there for you, will catch you when you fall. I want to go back to when maybe your parents don't react as well as you hope they would, or your favorite aunt doesn't react the way that you wish she would. Have somebody that you can talk to about these feelings and who will support you the whole way through. And maybe your best friend. Start off with a good friend or with a loved one that you know that you can trust your feelings. Holding in this big secret inside of you for months, years, however long you have been holding this in, it is a big burden on your shoulders. Whether you are 10, 12, 15, 17, or 35, even 55, this video is for you. These tips apply to anybody, and it is never too late to come out or too early. You are who you are, and you deserve to live the life that is true to yourself. We have stereotypes and standards that are preset before we're born. We're set to follow those rules. You're supposed to marry a man at this age and do this way and have kids and get married and do this. Everything is like set for us. You're supposed to go to college and get this job, but guess what? College isn't for everyone, so why are men for everyone too? Tip number 9, you do not need a label. Oh my god. I know that the world continuously tells you, okay, you come out, now you need a label. Well, no, that's not true. You do not need to label yourself if you do not feel like you need to label yourself. I am not saying that it is bad to put a label to yourself, because I identify as lesbian and that's the way that I am, but I'm also saying that you do not need a label. It is not essential. You can say that you are exploring your feelings and emotions. You do not have to put a specific label to it, because you are who you are and you are not a label. The label does not define who you are. It is definitely okay to just be you. Know that you are normal and there is nothing wrong with you, and it is okay to be exactly who you are at heart. You should not be feeling guilty for letting people down, because it is your life, your happiness that we are talking about here. You may have been trained to put others' feelings first, or putting others' emotions first before your own. You may be scared to let your parents down because they've raised you and they've taught you certain things and they expect so much of you, including being heterosexual. However, it is your life and there's nothing wrong with being LGBTQ+. Tip number 10 would have to be, oh my goodness, the biggest tip of all is to stay hopeful. Stay hopeful. Somebody in this world loves you or will love you for who you are. And if you haven't had your first girlfriend or boyfriend yet, know that it is coming your way at some point, and stay positive. Know that it is coming. It's gonna be here when it needs to be. Life has a tendency of running at its own course. Things don't happen exactly when we want them to happen, as we have learned with the coronavirus pandemic this year. By staying hopeful, you are helping yourself in a bigger way than you could ever begin to imagine. Because having that inner hope and knowing that things are going to get better and that everything will be okay at some point will allow you to get through this process, get through this adventure, through this journey without breaking down. And it is okay to break down at times. It's just not okay to stay in that hole and to stay in that darkness. I truly hope that someday this just becomes super normal and it just is the way that it is and nobody really cares. I really long for the day that nobody ever has to come out. Here's something a little bit extra that I just wanted to share with you guys. So I found all these journals that I have. I kept all of these while I was going through my coming out process, having those emotions of possibly being gay in my head, everything that has been said to me. So if you ever want me to share some of this stuff in here, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe to this video, and I can definitely get to this and give you some more tips and advice. I hope this video has found you guys to be a little bit helpful. I really hope I came across and helped all of you guys. I'll stay brave and hopeful and have that inner courage to finally say the words. I'm gay, or I'm bisexual, I'm pan, I'm trans, whatever you may be. Just have the courage to finally say it, because you are worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of my content and everything that I will be creating. Don't forget to comment down below any video suggestions or ideas, anything that you may want to see. I love receiving feedback, a little bit more about what you guys really want to be seeing from me. I'll see you guys next time.